What's up, everybody? Clayton here. Hope all is well. We are just going to take a minute and speak to you guys a little bit about time. And in today's music, of course, everything is lined up to a grid or a click. And with that being said, the ultimate goal for a drummer is time, to be a timekeeper. There's some debates on if it's meant for everybody to be a timekeeper or just the drummer. I believe everybody on the stage should be timekeepers. It's crucial that the drummer and the bass or the rhythm section gel and move together if there is situations that causes fluctuation. And what I want to do is take a few minutes and just show you guys the other side of being in time. You know, there's one thing to be able to just grid and lock it down. There's another thing to be able to make transitions and ebb and flow. And what I mean by that, you'll see how I'm gonna demonstrate how I'm able to get off of the grid and come back to the grid, okay? And we'll come back and talk more about it after I play a little bit. So yeah, what I did was I was able to get off, come back on. I was able to invert. I was able to just blow it, and I was able to go forward. I was able to relax, and then ultimately come back to the grid or the click or the center of the click track. The first thing, as always, you got to be able to just stay constant and stay strong, but you also need to be able to seat plus or minus with certain instruments. You don't have to move everything, but sometimes it might require you to move your kick drum pattern slightly forward, or either in talks with the rhythm section. For me, I can be honest, I'm naturally behind the beat milliseconds. So if I'm playing with a new bass player in our talks and, getting to know each other and all that, first time playing with each other, I might casually bring that up and say, hey man, I'm just let you know I might just be a little bit slightly behind. And it's not really something that's like super noticeable or whatever. My natural snare beat is slightly behind. So, and even sometimes it depends on how I tune my drums, because sometimes what can fool your ears as out of time is really not, because I like my drums, my toms to have an open tone. So in other words, see how long? So, and generally what happens, I use that full length within my rhythm before I move on to the next beat, if that makes sense. So that gives a wider feel, and some people can interpret that as laid back. Whatever, right? My goal is to drive the song, keep us together as a band. And if that's working, then I'm doing my job. This technical stuff is something that we don't really like speak on. It's the unspoken. It's just, you just play the music, right? It's not we sitting there and like, well, today I'm gonna lay my snare drum slightly back for you, and I'm gonna push my kick drum forward, and then I'm gonna put my hat on. No, it's just a natural thing, and if you have the ability to and the information to understand that and know what you're playing, then that's different. But like always, for me, if you listen to like a lot of music before the, I guess, 2000s ish, the feel, especially like Earth, Wind and Fire, that type of music have a feel to it, you know, that it's not gritted. And, one day that's going to come back, where I think that, we're going to get back to natural playing versus quantized or simulating, playing over top of and all that stuff, and just get back to playing our instrument. Because we should be able to now, because everything has been so programmed and, clicked, that everybody's internal clock should be a lot better. But then the questions that leads you to like softwares like Pro Tools and things of that nature. Are you quantizing everything? You have even like recordings, people are adding, samples to uh, to amplify or to make a drum kit sound better, do side chaining and all that stuff. But it's like, can we get back to like natural? But anyway, that's just my 2 cents. I'm just telling you guys, I'm kind of old school. But anyway, I hope you like this video. All right. We'll talk to you guys later. Y'all take care out there. And always, please subscribe. I don't care about the likes or the thumbs down, but if you want to do that, that'll help too. But mainly, man, just subscribe to the channel. We appreciate you.